All right, here we go. It's Brandon
And Eric.
of Factorfictionpodcast. We're going to try to do a cons Swift draft here.
And this is all very tentative. If our computer crashes, or if the editing recording software crashes, then you may never see this.
Right. Well, and it's the same as everything we've put out so far. It's all very tentative. We're learning as we go. We just downloaded a recording software today.
Yep.
We haven't used it, haven't practiced with it,
Nope.
but
Haven't tested it.
used Modo and we have practiced drafting.
That's true.
So let's see how that part goes.
We're going to do Cons of Tarkir Swiss. We're going to draft Awesome, but also probably if we pull some money cards, we're not going to not draft them.
Yeah, no, we're going for value here, but also we want to just get some good games and get a good deck. I really love this format.
Me too.
It's probably my favorite draft format that I've had so far, and here we go. We're firing.
Yeah, we're firing right off.
Let's get big here. Well.
In
a moment, let's get this screen big.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Keru Lich Lord, I don't care about you.
I was gonna say that's a fun card to play around if you want to really go for it.
Okay, and there's a mountain there. I'll let you guys see that. Okay, so in this pack, cards that I'm looking at, clearly we have 2 lands, and the lands are all first pickable. If you want to go 5 color, Warname Aspirant, it's pretty good. And I'm also a fan of Watcher of the Roost.
Get a flyer down early.
Yeah, the 2 life is surprisingly relevant. It's just a neat little value card. This is a pretty weak pack though overall. Basically, from here, we kind of want to decide: do we want to try to pick a card like a Warname or a Watcher maybe, or even Longshot Squad is fine, or do we want to just start picking up lands in hopes that we'll wheel stuff like this and get it on the way back?
You know what? That's your call, my friend. You're the pilot of this. Whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Then we're going to take Rugged Highlands here. Maybe Watcher. Okay.
All right. Last second Watcher. Here we go.
Watcher. We're just going to see. Okay. This is actually a really strong pack. Debilitating Injury is great removal. Kills all the morphs. That's all you need it to do. Suspension Field gets rid of all the big stuff. Sultai Flayer, just a big dumb guy. 3/4 for 4. That's
Gain some
good.
life. That's actually really good.
Treasure Cruise, another good card. And I like Force Away too. So really, I'm thinking it's between the Injury, the Suspension Field, and I suppose there's consideration for the Flayer or the Jungle Hollow here. I don't know. What are you thinking?
It depends on where we want to be. I always like being in white, but I wouldn't take the 1/5. Removal's not bad. It's fairly splashable. It doesn't lock you into too much. Also, Suspension Field's in our colors.
It is.
And I think that's probably the safest pick.
Okay. That's kind of where I was at, too. I think we're going to take the Suspension Field.
What card? What was the rare we pat? Oh, wow.
We're going to take a Flooded Strand here. All the fetch lands are going for about 3 tickets. And my rule of thumb is if there's a card in a pack that's worth a pack, you take that card.
Yeah. I was going to say...
There's really no reason to be passing these, especially in this pack. Take Up Arms is decent. Mardu Hateblade, I actually like a lot.
Actually, by the way, Flooded Strand just looked it up, going for about 6.5 tickets.
Okay, we're certainly taking it here. If it weren't here, I would be looking at... I don't even know. Highland Game is fine, but you get the filler 2-drops easy. Dragon Scale Boon is actually a really good trick. Death Frenzy's a blowout, but I guess we could go obs on and take a Death Frenzy, but...
That'd be a lot of fun, actually.
But we're not doing any of that because there's a Flooded Strand, and that's where we're going to go. Plus, it's going to fix our mana.
What was that card you passed earlier?
Keru Lich Lord. It's worth nothing.
Keru, okay.
I have one in my trade that I can't get rid of.
Oh, okay. Right. I was there when you drafted it.
So, looking at things here, we're clearly in white. This Flooded Strand really doesn't mean anything. There's another Debilitating Injury, which catches my eye here. I am a huge fan of Alpine Grizzly. It is my favorite common in the set.
Yeah?
Yeah. However, I don't know if he works well in an Obzon type build.
Because you like him in Teamer.
I like him in Teamer. I like, dropping a Grizzly and doing Savage Punch things, which we could do still.
I mean, Savage Punch is still green. It still fits in really well with... The problem about pulling Teamer cards when you're not playing Teamer is having the enablers, and that's a good enabler and a good body.
So is that where you're leaning?
Yeah, I think I'd take that over the injury,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to take a Grizzly here and see where we go.
Okay.
We
could just go mono Grizzlies.
We could just go mono Grizzlies. I really have no problem with that. Because all you need is a couple tricks to make them really good. I like Bear's Companion a lot. It's definitely a shift away from the colors we're in. Well, however, Watcher is Suspension Field is pretty decent. Very splashable. Both of them are very splashable. I think Bear's Companion has the power there, but also Alpine Grizzly is good.
I at this point I almost like Bear's Companion because I don't know. I like settling into a con real quick, or settling into a clan, and we're seeing a lot of open Teamer, funny enough.
That is true. So you like the Bear's Companion here?
Yeah, I like Bear's Companion. I think it's nice to take a card that can win you the game.
Bear's Companion. I am perfectly okay with that. I have no problem with moving away from either of these cards. Wow, just some good stuff here.
We don't get punished for it. I mean, here's the other thing: a lot of Teamer stuff has been around. I mean, we've seen a couple Force Aways,
right, and stuff like that going around.
First pick, we passed the green lore.
Right. Well, and we someone else could be reading that down the line too, so we don't know anything.
Right, but we know enough about the packs to where if they come back around, we're set. Anyway, what about
where we're at? We're in kind of a Teamery plus white here. Frontier Bivouac is great. It's the perfect land for a Teamer deck. However, Jeskai Charm is something we could splash in this deck, and so is Warden of the Eye. I'm a huge fan of Warden of the Eye. It kind of just gets back your anything. We have 2 seconds here. I'm probably going to take the Bivouac here, though.
Yep. I know if
lands
anything,
are important.
You'll pull some lands.
And we're running out of time there a little bit. So here, Witness is fine. It's not your favorite, but it's fine. It will go in any deck we make, and there's something to be said for that. I don't want to pick up a banner here.
How good is Barrage?
Barrage is really important as a sideboard card against the Warriors decks, the Warriors token decks. And I've actually never had it in a deck where I will have Ferocious. I could actually see that being really good. And I could consider it worth taking here. We're not really missing anything on the Witness. Swift Kick's bad.
Pick something. Let's do it.
Okay, where's this leading us to? Well, I think this is a pretty easy Blossoming Sands. If we want to play the Suspension Field, we want to have a couple things to fix it. And I'm a big proponent of taking lands when you can, because the more lands you take, the more cards you have drafted that will go into your deck. If you draft 10 lands, then you are going to play 33 cards that you have drafted instead of 23.
Yeah,
and there's value in that.
The nice thing about a lot of these cons drafts that I've been a part of is there's a lot of playables. You don't really end up scrounging for playables. You usually end up trying to make cuts.
We'll easily take a Snowhorn Rider here. This is beautiful. The fact that we're seeing this is really great.
Was this our first pack?
This was the pack we opened.
And somebody might have taken somebody did take the Ferocious card, but still that Snowhorn Rider is a real good signal.
Someone even took the land that we don't really care about as much. I wish we could pick up this Highlands, but Snowhorn Rider is just great here. Wow, this is actually a tough one. Force Away, I really love, but God, a Treasure Cruise. They're just so tasty. I'm actually really kind of unsure here.
I don't know how much Treasure Cruise is nice, but you have to enable it a little bit. I think Force Away is always going to be good.
We're going to want... Force Away is going to allow our deck to kill people, and we don't want a Dirtle. We do want to get in for damage, and that's what's going to do. Wow, we get a Dragon Grip back. This card is rare-worthy in a Teamer deck. It is insane. You get 2-0 in first strike with Flash. I mean, you get to kill something. It's basically, it's an aura with upside.
I'm just looking at the colors of these packs.
Yeah, the stuff we're getting back. Switching here was the right move. And I'm actually just going to cut this Watcher right now, because we don't need it. We'll play a Sandbar, but I think we'd rather have the Canyon Lurkers. It enables Ferocious. And you can actually get people a lot because it morphs for 4. They don't expect you to have something that can kill their wall or whatever. They'll make blocks that they shouldn't.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, and I guess we'll just take a banner here, too.
Okay.
Like, that's just kind of a freebie. Tormenting Voice is fine. I like it better in 5-color decks. And we even get a tracker. Wow, So you were right. Thank you for pushing us towards that Bear's Companion.
Yep. No problem.
Because we fell right into a wide open con.
I love the idea. Oh, man, I love me a fireball.
Yeah, I mean...
Sometimes you get there. I'm not saying I'm a good drafter. I think absolutely Brandon's better than me with this format and with drafting probably in general.
I've probably just done it more, but
there's an element to Magic that is luck, and opening Crater's Claws after you kind of get away from maybe going Obzon and going more into Teamer.
It's just beautiful.
That's the luck of the draw right there, kids.
And the cool thing is we're going to get something back here, you know... there's a lot of cards here, but we would take a Rider, a Long Shot Squad, a Witness, a Stubborn Denial, a Blossoming Sands. Crippling Chill is great. I mean, we're going to get something back. And Crater's Claws, red X spells are the best cards you can have in Limited.
Yep, absolutely.
They do everything you want them to. And we're going to take it there.
Uggin's Nexus, no
way! It's a mythic rare!
I'm going to look it up for...
It's nothing.
It's nothing. You have one?
Cents. It's nothing. I'm pretty aware of the value cards in this set, which I'm happy about. So here we're looking at... I don't want to pick up a Snowhorn Rider here. We could, though. There's not a whole lot in this pack that we want over it. I guess there's a consideration for like the Aspirant just because it's a 2-drop, but we'll get other 2-drops.
Awaken the Bear is just not
Awaken
good.
the Bear is fine.
Is it good? Okay.
It's fine. Trample is a big deal in this.
Here's the thing. I'm looking at our curve, and I realize that we don't have a lot of low curve.
No. Well, you have to... These two are both 3s.
Right.
And probably this right here is what we're going to be picking up as another 3. And on the way back, we might get like Glacial Stalker. You know, in Teamer, you can get away with playing Swift Kicks. Sometimes. I think the Snowhorn Rider is our best card here, though.
Okay. We don't want to take like a Blossoming Sands or anything. We already have one.
We already have one and a Flooded Strand to splash this one suspension field.
Right.
So I think we're... okay on the splash.
Or a sweet-ass white or Jeskai rare that we pull.
So this is actually pretty tough. The 2 cards that jump out immediately to me are Mystic of the Hidden Way and Become Immense. I am a huge proponent of Become Immense. It works a lot like a Crater's Claws. You know, you just get to take a big chunk out of them. That being said, Mystic is a really good card.
I like Mystic a lot. I like Become Immense. I'm such a big fan of a Freet Weapon Master. I'd probably overvalue the splash.
It's a great card. It is probably my second favorite of the 5. It might actually be my favorite of the 5-cost morphs for the cons. I just don't think it's worth making our mana worse when there are I mean, these cards are all in the same tier.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Become Immense personally.
You know what? I think Become Immense has to be the pick.
Mystic is a lot better in like a slower deck. You know, if you're really defensive, Mystic is perfect because it starts just your aggression.
3-3.
Man, just good stuff here too. This draft is looking good for us. Force Away, the Highlands, of course, is always there. Treasure Cruise, we could pick one up here if we want. And the thing about Treasure Cruise is any card like Crater's Claws, Force Away, Barrage of Boulders, any of your spells help enable a Treasure Cruise. That being said, we also have a Become Immense here. So there's something to be said for that. What do you like here?
I always drift toward white, so I love Kill Shot. But we aren't playing white.
Again, we want to... So I'm just going to take this out of here. We want to not play white if possible. We can. And again, if you're attacking, Kill Shot is terrible.
Right, that's true. Maybe another Force Away. We don't have a lot of low drops.
I was leaning towards Force Away. It buys you time. It filters your deck. Kind of does what we want.
Outburst is my favorite card, but it might be not so bad here. Damn, we're not playing white. I love that ride down.
You just want to be in white. That's just where you're at.
White's my favorite color. White's the color I feel most comfortable in.
Okay. Ride down is a good card. It is worth splashing in some decks. We could consider it here. Other than that, like we're looking at maybe an Archer, which is meh. Water Whirl, which is very good, but expensive. But God, it's good. Awaken the Bear is fine. Weave Fate actually wouldn't be bad in this deck. And a Crag, I guess, to help us splash any white we find.
We're a little slow, which would make Water Whirl okay, but we do have a bunch of 6-drops. But I guess a lot of them aren't 6-drops, so maybe Water Whirl.
I'm thinking Water Whirl. In fact, none of these are 6-drops.
Right.
Moto will freak out if I move these. They'll start putting stuff in stupid spots. But these are all 3-drops. We have one 6-drop. This is also like a 4-drop here.
Yeah. Okay, Obzon Guide, we're not there. Tracker is okay.
It's one of the worst 5 morphs. Like, hopefully we won't play this one.
Singing Bell Strike.
Singing Bell Strike is kind of just a free roll. It's early. It gives us removal. Summit Prowlers I like in Teamer. They're the only con I would play them in, really. Mm-hmm. The double red's a little tricky sometimes, but Singing Bell Strike is just...
I think you can pick up...
kind of premium removal.
We could pick up a Summit Prowler later, but a Singing Bell Strike is just removal.
Yes.
That being said...
Here we're looking at a bunch of fuck all.
I mean, we're kind of slow. Well, I don't like the fact that we're slow, but we are.
We're not slow. You need to remember that all of these go here, and that is not slow.
Yeah, that's
Most
true.
decks don't drop anything before turn 3.
That's true. You've done a lot more drafting than I have.
And yeah, if you look at it, that is our actual curve.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're not slow. We have some power up here. I would rather have a Monastery Flock than a Tracker, I guess. I mean...
I think so, too.
God, I just don't care about anything here, though.
Yeah,
we'll just take it. It's also pretty good against us.
Yeah, sometimes you miss. Yeah, it is good against us.
I'm going to take it out now.
Feed the Clan's terrible.
Yeah, unplayable. Great card, but we're so not there.
We already have a Barrage.
I don't think we need 2.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I'd rather take a Cancel here.
You think so?
And just have one for sideboard if someone's got something.
Play a Cancel, yeah.
Yeah, in case someone, is going to Villainous Wealth us for huge, or I don't know. Look at this, came back.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of... these right here are why I like to go 5-color in this format. It's because, we would have spent our early picks getting lands, and then you just get to pick up all the free stuff that no one wants.
We could have had the Jeskai dude, and we could have had a bunch of other stuff.
We just happen to be in a con that no one wants right now, so we're kind of getting that anyways.
Yeah, lucky us.
I mean, I guess Swift Kick, it's bad, but it's removal, and you gotta have removal.
That's true.
And, I mean, we can play it.
Yeah, we got 4/4s, we can take out X3s
We're not
all day.
splashing for anything here.
Yeah, no way.
I don't care about any of these, so we'll cut this because it's pretty good against us.
Mm-hmm.
And take another Barrage, I guess.
I guess it's playable.
We're not playing 2 banners, that's for sure. But we'll take a Shatter for the board and
take a banner.
Take a banner
and a Forest. All right.
Okay, let's get some of the crap out of here. Don't want to play that if we don't have to.
And as of right now, we're already at 16 playables.
Yeah.
Theoretically, so we want to pick up 6 cards. We want to pick up a bunch of cards. We don't have to play the Tracker.
Right, but we're looking at a pretty good deck here.
We'd rather not play 2 Barrages.
Yeah, definitely not. In fact, I'm going to take one out here.
Oh,
Dune Blast. That's a great card.
Why you hurt me so?
And sorry, guys, I just realized that I've been hiding the last card in our first openers. But
hint, it's always a land.
It's always a land, so I usually just do this. Here.
How do we get
There's
here?
a land we could pick up. We could pick up a Monastery, which helps us splash a Suspension Field. Basically, if we take the Monastery here, we can also kind of pick any white card we want later. We could take a Weapon Master. We could even just take a Weapon Master.
I almost wouldn't mind taking a Weapon Master here. I mean, we've got Flooded Strand and Blossoming Sands and maybe another white one later.
But in our colors...
Maybe we just take Act of Treason.
That is true, actually. I didn't even consider Act of Treason, and it could be very good here.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's nothing blue that we already have. We already have a Treasure Cruiser now.
No, we don't. And I kind of like the idea of being able to draw cards, which I've been looking at. The cards I'm looking at here are Treasure Clues, the Falls, and the Monastery.
Maybe Treasure Cruise then.
Okay, take a cruise. I'm gonna put a premium on lands from here.
Okay.
If there's no card that jumps out at us, then we're gonna just do that. This card's really good. This is an Act of Treason.
Oh, wow. That's an Act of Treason on a body.
However, there's also a Dragon Grip and an Alpine Grizzly here. I'm going to say that for our deck, the best card is probably Dragon Grip. I'm just such a huge fan of this. It allows you to do really mean things.
How many ferocious enablers do we have?
We have
Grizzly, Lurkers.
Grizzly, Companion, Lurkers.
Oh wait,
Rider,
Lurkers are 3/3.
5/2.
Oh, that's the 5/2. Trackers the 3/3.
I would really like more Grizzlies. I'd probably rather have the Grizzly than the Instigator here, personally. But I think if we take the Grip, we might have a chance at more Grizzlies, although a Grip wheeled before. I'm just not sure. I'm really between the Grip and the Grizzly, personally.
I'm there too. I always like having more bodies.
I kind of agree with that. Basically, the Grizzly makes our other cards better, and the Grip doesn't necessarily.
That's why.
So that's my logic here too.
Okay.
I am a big fan of Trap Essence.
Can our creature make your dude bigger in our colors?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It just, it does a lot. It looks pretty innocuous, but the tempo that it sets up is really powerful. And
if we can drop an Alpine Grizzly
and then put two and then get 2 counters, you're starting to hit them for 6 because you countered their blocker. And yeah, we're just going to take a Trap Essence here. Cool. Mentions for Incremental Growth and Horde Ambusher and Singing Bell Strike. Remind me to pick a land at some point. We need a land.
That's not Blossoming Sands.
But we're just going to take another
Snowhorn Rider. Are we Infinite Snowhorn Riders?
We are Infinite Snowhorn Riders, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Do you have a problem with... Morphs are acceptable, and
Sultai Flare
flips into something real. Sultai Flare is a thing.
I mean, we got a lot of like X2s, but on the other side of that, we have like...
And we might even just get this guy back.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, let's take a Flare here, actually. I think you're right.
Okay.
We want some curve considerations here. We could splash a Flying Crane Technique. That is a card that is worth splashing.
Whoa, yeah, man. There you go. All you need is
that is our finisher.
There you go.
Mandrills, I really like. I'd like to take them here. But I think we're going to hedge on this Flying Crane Technique. It's kind of free for us to splash.
I don't even think we need to splash that and the Suspension Field.
I don't think so either.
I think we can just splash that.
Here, I like another Grizzly. I really like Winter Flame. Do I like another Grizzly.
I mean, here's the thing. We've got 2 Grizzlies already. We need a little... Well, we've got 2 bounce spells. We don't have a lot of kill spells.
We have 2 bounce spells. Singing Bell Strike.
Barrage doesn't count.
Counter here. Dragon Grip is usually a kill spell. Crater's Claws is a kill spell.
And as opposed to what? Some dudes. By the way, more Snowhorn Riders.
I know. Oh, I know. We might get another one here, and that'd be awesome, but we don't need one. I really like the Grizzly. Winter Flame is good, though. It's
kills
such
morphs.
Good tempo. Kills morphs. I think we'll take a Winter Flame here.
Okay.
It's good. I think you're right.
Okay.
And Burn Away. Burn Away is
a thing.
It kills everything. There's nothing that survives a Burn Away in this format.
Yep, that's true, because it takes away the Delveman's thing. It kills 6 damage is huge. Yeah.
I think Burn Away.
Yeah, Burn Away is good removal.
Looking at probably a Crippling Chill here. It's unfortunate. The stuff that we're seeing now makes me wish we had that Grizzly. But Winter Flame is great. It's still great. It's still what we want to be doing. I think Crippling Chill.
Yeah.
We don't want a War Shrieker. We don't want this stuff, so we'll take a Chill. And we're going to actually have to make some cuts here. We could do the Weapon Master.
Splash.
Or would you rather have an Act of Treason?
No, I don't think there's a cold chance in hell we play Act of Treason. There might be a chance we play Weapon Master.
Okay.
I almost wish we had some things that buff morphs. We'd play them.
What do you mean things that buff morphs?
I don't know, there's like that enchantment. It's crappy, but like we have so many morph cards right now.
Those are pretty rare to see. All of the interacts with morphs cards, they get picked really early, and
people push it. Hexproof Prowess.
I'm going to take this.
Yeah, man.
It's Prowess. It enables Ferocious. It's got Hexproof. We might just play it. It's just a dude that we're going to play.
Do we take Big Dork?
Yeah, we'll take the Big Dork, because, Big Dork.
We didn't get past any Snowhorn Riders.
Nope. I think we saw him a little too late.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Cavalry here, I guess. Another cancel for the board.
Cool.
And we're going to have a deck here. I'm a little disappointed in our lands.
Right, we didn't. I was supposed to remind you, and I didn't.
There were good picks. That's the thing, I don't know. It's hard.
There were good picks, and our mana isn't hard. I mean, I think
feeds out, cavalry's out, and look at this. We got 25, so we need to make two cuts. I think that's reasonable. I think it'll be easy. I'm gonna say right off the bat we want to cut this tracker.
Absolutely, we want to cut the tracker.
And and the Colossedon, big dork, like way too big. So let's see if we group creatures separately. My favorite thing about Moto, right there. We're gonna take these out for now.
Mm-hmm.
I just like building without them. So, right now, here is our curve.
Maybe you were right. Maybe we don't have a lot of creatures.
It's weird. It takes 4 or 5 times drafting this set, and then you realize that your curve is not what your curve looks like. And, oh god, the best deck I've ever had 4 Alpine Grizzlies in it.
You know, maybe I'm gonna say right here, if we lose because we run out of creatures and we draw our.
I don't know that that's that much of a thing. However, I don't know. I'm feeling like we might want to make a cut or two. Like, all of this is good. We want all of this.
Right.
This worries me. Just all of this right here.
Maybe Water Whirl or Treasure Cruise is a little. Now, Treasure Cruise, we might want to dig to creatures.
I mean, if anything, we would cut the technique because it's better to not splash a 4th color than it is to splash a 4th color.
Right.
Right. Like, that is. It sucks. It's no fun. But it's correct.
Right.
Which is the thing here. However, I don't think 17 lands is greedy.
No,
and that's what we're looking at here. Our mana might not be perfect. We're going to play Plains. Gives us 3 white sources for our Weapon Master and our Flying Crane. You know what? I think this is actually going to be fine. I don't think we have better options either.
No, 10 creature teamer? Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, do we have anything? I would only want to cut 4 creatures. Barrage in the sideboard's
Monastery Flock is the only thing we'd put in. Maybe Tracker, but it's...
Oh, Flock's the wall, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
we should have gotten a couple more creatures, but I think we're going to be okay here. Again, all you need to do is drop, like, a creature, and then if you can do enough of this stuff, you just kill them.
Yeah.
So, I think we're looking okay here. We can always side. And if we do, like, these are things we might side into... I guess Monastery Flock, and Barrage and Cancel are both for certain matchups. And we've got 2, because we're the best. I will say there is a consideration for playing Jeskai Banner as a way to help us splash, help us get to these high drops, and doing that we cut. I don't know.
Crippling Chill.
So let's see. Jeskai Banner goes down here. You never trap Essence on 3. You do it on 4. These are all things that you do after you cast creatures. Crippling Chill, I think, is probably on the chopping block. I guess. It's really good.
It is good.
It's about as good as Winter Flame. We have good removal here, which is good. That is a great thing.
We just have to use our removal, all the time.
Yeah, which is fine.
We only got 1 Dragon Grip, huh?
Yeah.
But I think we picked the Grizzly over the Dragon Grip, which was smart.
And we needed to. I'm really glad you talked me out of that one, because I love Dragon Grip, but...
I think it was the next pack that I talked you into Winter Flame, so my bad.
It's okay. Tit for tat, I suppose.
Right.
I'm not happy with this Whirlwind Adept either, but it's acceptable. Maybe it's just Crippling Chill. Crippling Chill is the only one that's good aggressively and defensively. Maybe not the only one, but one of them. Water Whirl will win us games. Become Immense will win us games. Treasure Cruise is good. It might be Treasure Cruise.
Maybe. I think with the amount of spells we have, it actually is pretty good.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I maybe Crippling Chill then. I think you're right. God, it's not what I want to cut, but...
I can't think of anything that I'd rather see cut.
The funny... I keep coming back to this banner.
Right, yeah, the banner's the only other bad card.
I mean, would we rather run the Crippling Chill and just splash Technique and Weapon Master off of...
2 lands?
And a Plains? Because you have to play a Plains for the Strand to do anything.
Oh, you do.
So we're playing a Plains. That is set. Do we need 4 white sources for our really 1 white card? This, if it's just a morph, that's fine. I think we can probably get away with cutting the banner.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay. A lot of him and Han there from both of us.
You know what? First draft. We're first draft recorded.
And it does change things. It does put some pressure on stuff. So
yeah,
we're going to add
Brandon's drafted
here.
A few times before. I've drafted maybe once.
We want 1 Plains, yes. And we're just going to add to deck. This is how I like to do it. Sort by CMC. Okay, so right now we have 1, 2, 3 white sources for our 1 necessary card.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one for the Weapon Master, which I would like to flip. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources. We need green early. God, we need all our colors early. We definitely need blue early. This doesn't go here, and this goes here, which is good, and so does this. So, and actually this. So we want blue and green early. So we want the most blue and green. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red. Wow,
that's kind of where we wanted to be.
Not happy with any of those, but that's where we're going to be. So we're going to submit it, and
we'll see you
on the other side.
Yeah, and see you in round 1. All right, let me get this awkward bit where we pause it. Or we stop it.